Hi, I'm Alex and I'm an Admissions Officer here at UA92, and today we're here to talk to you about the web's most searched questions about personal statements. Did I say that right? So what is the purpose of a personal statement? So the purpose is to send over to your universities with your application about a little bit more about you. So we want to know what you're doing outside of your subjects, what you do for your interests, your hobbies, work experience, and the purpose is to set you apart from everyone else. Everyone might have the same grades, or someone applying to the same course as you might have the same grades in the same exact A-levels or B-Techs, but we want to know what sets you apart from the crowd. So, next question, let's have a look what we've got. Okay, what to include in a personal statement? So, the new personal statements are split into 3 questions to make it a little bit easier for you to structure your answer and make sure that you're giving the universities what they want to see. So the first one is, why do you want to study that course or subject? So you want to show your passion for that subject, the course that you're doing at the minute and how that links into that, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about your career. The second question is how your qualifications that you're currently studying, how is that helping you to prepare for that future course and your career? And then that third question is a little bit more personality wise. What else are you doing outside of education to help prepare you for university, and how are those experiences are useful? So it might be part-time work, hobbies, sports, teams, anything that you're doing outside of education that is helping prepare you for your career. Okay, let's see what we've got next. Okay, so how long should my personal statement be? So with the 3 questions, it's split into the 3 questions. Overall, you've got a 4,000 character limit, including spaces. But what that means is you have over those 4,000 over those 3 questions. So for each question, it's a minimum of 350 characters per question. So you can make one question longer than the others. So if you, for example, wanted to make the first one the shortest one, and then your third one about your kind of extracurricular and what you do outside of education, you could make that one your longer one. As long as they all add up underneath that 4,000 character, you can make one short and the other one's long, but you will need to answer every question. You don't need to write a novel, you can just put in what's impactful for yourself. Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh, I can't get it off. Here we go. There we go. So how do I conclude my personal statement? So with the new structure of the 3 questions, you don't really need to do a conclusion or a summary, as each question is kind of answered within that question. So if you just do each question to what it's asking you, you won't need to do a conclusion or a summary. Okay, on to the next. How do I make my personal statement stand out? So I would say to make sure that you're including any kind of barriers that you've overcame to get you to where you want to be. Within the kind of outside of education, you might be talking about kind of work experiences, sport teams, anything that kind of helps you towards your career. Things that universities are looking for are kind of transferable skills. So you might think that being part of a sports team is not going to give you kind of any experience to work towards your career, but there's teamwork, communication, all those different skills that will really show within your kind of career development. So make sure that you're using examples, real life examples from what you've completed. You might just be working in the corner shop or in a cafe, but they can really contribute to a really good standout personal statement. Okay, so we've got 2 questions left. The next one, when do I need to submit my personal statement? So your personal statement comes with alongside your application. So whenever you're submitting your application, that's when you submit your personal statement. It just depends on what intake you're applying for. It might be the university, different dates, things like that. So what we just suggest is having a look at our website, depending on when you're submitting your application, and the UCAS website as well. They'll show you more specific dates of when you need to hand in your personal statement. Okay, so last question that I can't get off. Who reads my personal statement? So me, I read your personal statement. I probably read a lot of the personal statements that come in to UA92, but in general, it would be the admissions teams at universities up and down the country who will read all your personal statements when they're submitted with your UCAS application. A lot of universities will take these into account when picking out bursaries, scholarships, things like that. We definitely do here at UA92, so we will read your personal statement to see who's eligible for our bursaries. So make sure that you put as much passion and your individual personality into your personal statement, because it does count and it might help you get something that you never expected you could. Thanks guys, I hope this was helpful. We hope to see you in the future here at UA92, and if you've got any more questions, you can go to our website, our YouTube, our social media, and we hope to see you at an open day. Is that done? Was that all right?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Okay. No. Hate it. Hate it. I feel like I'm like taking my prison picture. Was that awful?
Go again. Let your page.